5 years and $3 million. I poured everything I had into building this app, fighting through a crazy illness that left me bedridden and near financial collapse just to reach this very moment. Today, I'm launching my language learning app Fluyo to the world. An app that hopes to make language learning just as fun as your favorite video game, inspired by the likes of Studio Ghibli, Pokemon, and WoW. But the big questions remain. Was all the pain worth it? And can Fluyo actually change the way you learn languages? Well, I guess we'll find out today.
So what did you think?
Wait, stop filming for a second.
Let's go back to 2019.
Welcome
to the vlog. Life back then before my app was very simple. I was as healthy as I could be. I was traveling, and well, I was blowing up on YouTube. I released a video series called Ikenna Chat, where I entered a virtual world and shocked natives with my language skills in several languages. Life was great. Every video was going viral, doing better than the last. I was getting tens of thousands of subscribers a month and recognition for my hard-earned language skills. And somewhere in the midst of all this craziness, I put out this video, where I went off on how most language learning apps kinda suck and aren't anywhere close to being both fun and effective. I proudly proclaim my dream language app would pretty much look like this. It would be something that combines the addictiveness of games like Minecraft or World of Warcraft or The Sims with pure language learning effectiveness. It would be really something that you would love to use and play even if you weren't learning languages. Just something that could stand out on itself as being very addicting and very fun. You see, sometimes in life, you call out to the universe, and well, the universe answers back. Shortly after posting this video, I got an email from a guy called Alquin, a developer from England who saw the video and wanted to help make this dream app come to life. Admittedly, I was hesitant at first. I had a lot going on, I was popping. Like, was now really the time to go all in on an app? We knew we'd have to invest time, money, and give everything that we had if we wanted to not only rival apps like Duolingo, but surpass them. But after many late nights and discussions, we decided to go for it. We toiled for months, creating initial sketches and brainstorming features that we wanted in the app. We gave the app a dolphin logo because dolphins are smart, they have great linguistic skills, and we wanted people to raise an animal that represented their language ability. We asked my audience what they wanted, and over 30,000 people suggested features. It was wild and it was fun, and right as the idea of Fluyo was starting to be born, the universe, well, it threw me a curveball. I got sick, and it was bad. It was the I'm not sure if I'm going to live kind of sick. I was slowly losing my ability to be upright, whether that was walking, standing, or even sitting up. My heart, which I never had issues with, all of a sudden got incredibly sore, like crying for hours after heartbreak kind of sore, whenever I experienced the slightest conflicts or adrenaline rushes. And after countless tests and doctor visits, I still didn't know what was wrong with me. And I was faced with a dilemma. Do I embark on this journey to build Fluyo despite my health being a large, scary question mark? Or do I play it safe, stick to what I know, and let my dream drift away? I consulted with my parents, my girlfriend, and of course, Alquin. What I should have done was stop working on Fluyo and focus on recovering. I should have avoided stress at all costs. That's what my body was telling me. But my brain was saying something else. I remember back then being so torn, but ultimately feeling extremely strongly that an app like this needed to exist. And this was my one opportunity to change things. So I decided to push forward. And back then, I didn't know what was wrong with me. And I figured that, hey, at least if I do end up passing away, if I could build something that could outlive me before then, well, that would be really cool. So with that, my co-founder Alquin and I committed to our dream. There was uncertainty. With both of us having serious health problems, I didn't know if we'd be able to pull it off. But we were young, brash, and we said, screw it, let's do it. So we built out a remote team of engineers, designers, and linguists from around the world. Alquin handled developing the app and managed the engineers. I managed pretty much everything else. What features to build, how to teach languages, and I even hand designed Fluyo's UI. Aside from that, I also was, well, the bank. I put in over $200,000 of my own money, pretty much every dollar I had made off of YouTube and selling my book Fluency Made Easy up to that point. That money lasted us a good 2 years. But then the bank bank of Ikenna started running low. My illness had progressed. I was now fully bedridden. Walking more than 5 minutes a day was impossible. Sitting up straight felt like torture, and if it had just stopped there, maybe I wouldn't have minded much. But my illness was unrelenting. I went from being able to work and speak for 8 hours a day to no more than 2 hours a day. And if I went past that limit, my illness would get worse. And unfortunately, without me being able to make regular YouTube videos, money started running out. And it was scary, but Fluyo needed to survive. So the first person I went to for help was my younger brother, Zen, who was barely 19 years old at the time. As luck would have it, he is a tech genius who recently, back then, had a massive crypto windfall. And after doing a PowerPoint presentation from my bed with him at my side, I swallowed my pride as an older brother, having to basically ask your teenage kid brother for money, and I laid out all the pros and cons of investing in Fluyo, and thankfully, he believed in his older brother and decided to put in $85,000.
I love you, bro.
Love you, man. Thank you so much. This money was a godsend, and it gave me time to brainstorm another way to raise money. And after pondering for a while, I decided on creating a video course. So, in Ikenna fashion, I pushed my body past its breaking point repeatedly to mass record and edit 30 videos over a few months. Hell, since I was bedridden, I even bought a blue screen bedsheet and pillow cover, which at night I would sleep on, and in the day I recorded videos on it so I could do a makeshift green screen effect to make it look like I was upright. It was ridiculous, but it worked. I launched the course on New Year's 2022 and sales went wild. And it was a great course. My audience loved it, it helped a lot of people, and it raised a lot of money. And alongside Zen's investment, it bought Fluyo several more precious months of time. And with those extra months, the app really started to take shape. We added Discord-like social features so users could chat and practice with other people learning the same language. We added mini games so users could test their vocabulary that they just learned against others online. We expanded our main story mode, and we added more creatures that users could battle on their way to mastering their new language. Yes, there were countless times that I thought we were done, money almost gone, my health getting worse, my own body fighting me at every step of the way, but I just couldn't quit. I knew Fluyo was something special, but I also knew our newfound cash would eventually dry out. So collectively, we planned to make one final big move. I didn't have the strength to pitch VCs or major investors, nor did I have the confidence that they would back someone who is bedridden, but I had a gut feeling that my audience would. So we decided to more or less risk the entire company on that gut feeling. We chose to do a Kickstarter campaign to try to raise enough money to get to our big launch day. Now, Kickstarter is risky. I did one once at 18 years old. Hi, my name is Ikenna. And raised 10 grand. But this time around, we needed to raise over $1 million. That is a huge leap. Not only that, but Kickstarter campaigns are incredibly stressful and energy consuming for a healthy person, and I was not healthy. I could barely work for an hour a day. How the hell were we going to do this? Well, one step at a time. We let our team know about the campaign, and everyone just kicked into action. Sasha, our art director, designed our entire campaign page. Jacob made the music. Alquin got the app pretty and functional for our campaign trailer. And me, well, I hustled like I never had before. Over the several months we had to prepare the Kickstarter, I recorded a bunch of promotional videos. I revealed the app, which had been completely secret up until this point, and momentum started to build. People were blown away at the early workings of Fluyo and were looking forward to the Kickstarter. This inspired me to work even harder, and while that was great for Fluyo, that was very bad for me and my health. But little by little, we inched towards our Kickstarter date. I met with huge language YouTubers like Shauma and Language Simp in order to help promote the Kickstarter launch. After 3 years of remote work, I finally met Alquin in person for the first time, and even the engineering team came to visit. And sooner than we expected, the big day finally came. March 28th, 2023. On that big day, endless thoughts were circulating around my mind. Will we raise a ton? Will we flop? Will anyone actually want to back us? Do people even use Kickstarter anymore? Does Fluyo end here? As I pressed on that launch button, my mind went blank. With my team and my fiance behind me onlooking, we at last launched our Kickstarter campaign. And well, fireworks. Within the first 30 minutes, we raised over $150,000 and everyone was going crazy. It was a symphony of emotions, fear, excitement, relief, panic, and I didn't even have time to enjoy it because I was sending out emails and Instagram posts and comments like a madman. But when it was all said and done, after that first day, we had raised $293,000. And over the next 30 days, through even more hard work, we managed to raise $1.2 million in total, becoming the most funded app in Kickstarter's history and securing the dream of Fluyo for good. We did it. And oh, how I wish I could have just basked in that hard-earned victory and savored it. Unfortunately, I wasn't so lucky. Immediately after the campaign ended, my body collapsed. Through my hard work, I had become the weakest I had ever been. Even thinking about Fluyo sent a screaming shot of pain throughout my head. Walking, working, anything other than resting and lying down in a dark room was out of the question. And me, I was left to marinate in a cocktail of my worst fears. Will my body ever recover? Did I just sacrifice what was left of my health permanently? Through saving Fluyo, will I now need to give it up? So having just raised over $1 million and then some, due to an amazing angel investor who invested soon after the campaign, I had the impossible task of not being able to think about what we had just accomplished for 2 months. And instead, I lived in fear that I had just ruined my body for good. That was brutal. But slowly and surely, those 2 months passed, and my health slowly semi-bounced back. But what we accomplished remained. Fluyo had money to get to launch and was here to stay. And my friends, we were now in the final stretch. Over the next 18 months, things got real. We expanded the team, development got quicker, we had amazing people join and amazing people leave. I personally traveled to Germany and then to Spain to try to find a cure for my illness POTS. Fortunately, I was unsuccessful, it was costly, very painful, and it was hard, but we still pushed on. Eventually, we reached the launch day of Fluyo's alpha version and had thousands of people try out the app for the first time. It was nerve-wracking. People finally trying the app after years of development. Thankfully, people were impressed, but there were quite a lot of bugs and improvements that needed to be made. So slowly, we fixed what we had to. My health, of course, crashed a few more times, so we brought in Zach, my co-CEO, to make running Fluyo easier on my body. He's great. We added more features to Fluyo, like our one-of-a-kind audio lessons that are unique to our app. These lessons teach grammar and the structure of a language in a way that it's fun, exciting, interactive, easy to understand, and honestly is missing from almost every other popular language app. Aside from them, we added more games and of course, more polish. And then, yet again, another nerve-wracking day came. It was time for Fluyo's beta launch. So we opened the floodgates and had people try out the now beta version of the app. And well, this time people were starting to love it. Of course, it was still rough around the edges, and honestly, it probably will be for the next few years. But already people were liking it more than Duolingo. People were creating 100+ day streaks, making fan art, and actually learning. Me included. I learned from my own app, which was really weird. In fact, Fluyo was teaching me so quickly, so well, and was so enjoyable that if you tried to take it away from me and use another app, I would have fought you. It legitimately changed and simplified the way I learned languages. Oh, and of course, after 18 months of stretching our Kickstarter funds, money started to run low again. So, inspired by our earlier crowdfunding success, we decided to do a WeFunder campaign to allow supporters to buy shares and equity of Fluyo, and to date, we have raised nearly $700,000, securing our place post-launch. I will leave a link in the description if you want to get equity in Fluyo. The campaign is still open for a little while longer. But all of that said, we made it. We made it to today.
Your teeth didn't make it though.
Yeah, my teeth.
Your tooth is gone.
After 5 years and $3 million and a ton of personal hardship, Fluyo is finally ready. I might still be in bed, my health uncertain, but this app, this dream that started when I was once well, has made it to launch day. Fluyo is live right now for iOS and Android. The link to download is in the description. Alternatively, you can just search Fluyo on the Apple App Store or Google Play Store, and it will pop up. We are launching with full support for Spanish, French, Japanese, Korean, German, as well as partial support for the following languages. We decided to go with a freemium model, which means you can use Fluyo for free, so definitely go and download it. Hell, you can even transfer your streak from another app to Fluyo if you want. That said, we also have a premium subscription tier that is chock full of amazing features, and for launch week, we'll be letting people subscribe at a lifetime 50% discount. So if you want to help support Fluyo and make sure that I never have to break my body raising money again, then I would encourage you to subscribe to that premium tier and leave a review if you like the app. It would really go a long way. If you've been following my story for a while, thank you. If this is the first time you're hearing my story, I really hope you'll give the app a try. I'm not just asking you to download yet another language app. I'm inviting you to be part of a story of resilience and of believing that you can make something better even when the whole world and even your own damn body tells you that it's impossible. This has been the hardest thing I've ever done. I hope Fluyo helps you, gets you fluent in the language that you've always wanted to learn, and that maybe my story inspires you to push through your own obstacles. Thank you so much for watching. May the dolphins be with you, and welcome to the world of Fluyo.